The Ramset 6200 is a caseless ammo tool, meaning that it uses a pellet made of nitrocellulose instead of a powder load to drive the fastener. Let's start with disassembling the tool right away. First, I'll remove this collar. Nose piece assembly. Piston with a nylon buffer. You'll notice the piston has a stem on it, and that is what ignites the charge. You stack the pellet on top of the piston, and when you strike it with a hammer, it ignites the charge. You'll see that this piston here has a number 2 on it, and this piston has a number 3. Originally this tool came with 3 piston, the other one was number 4, and you'll notice that the stems, the firing pins on these pistons are different length. The number 2 is longer than the number 3, and the number 4 would have been even shorter. The reason for this is to increase the depth of the chamber, a larger area for the gases to fill up, thus reducing the power of the tool. It's a power adjust. The tool was marketed with only one powder pellet, level 4, right here. There's the patent number if you want to look it up, 3463086, and we even got a lot number here. So the pellets were sold like that, and each one of these plastic cases hold 10 pellets. You just pop them off one at a time as you need them. The reason for the threads on the nose piece is that once you get the fastener in the tool, since the piston has to stand directly on the fastener in order to strike the firing pin, the threads are to adjust the nose piece to the proper length. And then when you find the proper length, you would tighten up this, and that would keep it from, well, a little bit more. That would set it where you need it. So you could use anywhere from about 2 3/4 inches all the way down to a 1/2 inch pin with this nose piece adjustment. So the way piston just dropped. So the way we load this tool is we put a pellet in the opening here with the primer side up, and then we spin it around, press the tool down, already have a fastener in it, and strike with the hammer, and the pellet would disappear. I don't know if it's because the O-mark pellets soaked up more moisture and I couldn't get them to go off, or maybe the Ramset design is just better, but these I can go like this. That was louder than I expected. All 3 of these tools operate pretty much the same way. You put a power source on top of the piston, strike the end of the tool with a hammer, that sets the fastener. And that works fine if you're shooting directly into concrete or steel. However, if you're trying to nail some wood to some base material, what usually happens is when you strike the tool with the hammer, the first hammer blow pushes the point of the fastener into the wood. It's covered in the literature. There's just no way around it. It's the nature of the beast. What they tell you is hit it again, and it should work. And it usually does on the second blow, but not always. So to improve my odds, these are the fasteners that came with the tool. They're very similar to the fasteners that are on the toolbox label, just have a larger head diameter and a different catalog number. But I'm going to try these star fasteners instead. They have a washer on the end with a small hole. It's held on with this plastic sleeve, and it's pretty tight down there on the end, so I'm hoping that'll blunt the point enough, keep it from sinking into the wood, and I should be able to get it off on my first hammer blow. Also, to increase my odds, I went ahead and got a 3-pound dead blow hammer. Keep from scarring the end of the tools up too. Should have done that a few weeks ago. Just to see the difference between the two pistons in the tool, I'm going to shoot a threaded stud like this. This is very similar to the threaded studs you will find in a hardware store today. 1/4 inch with a plastic cap on the end of it to protect the threads when the piston strikes it. We'll see the difference between using the number 3 piston and the number 2 piston. Number 2 piston. Same type of threaded stud.